start with a prayer. Our dear Heavenly Father, thank you very much for blessing us that we woke up this morning and that we have a day ahead of us. And we're grateful for the beautiful sunshine, but we recognize that 30 million people are under a blizzard warning today. I'd like to ask that Thou will be with them and help them not to shovel and hurt themselves, and to be able to take care of important things and emergency things. And please bless us all in the world today, that because of so much sickness and sadness and grief and hatred, please bless us that we might have joy in our souls, that we might appreciate all the little things around us, and that we might appreciate the weather, whatever it is, and that we might be able to accomplish things that'll make us feel good, and that we might be able to find others in our path who need a smile or a kind word, whether it's online or in real life. Well, it's all real life, isn't it? Anyway, thank you so much for Jesus Christ, and thank you for blessing us that we can just repent whenever we do something wrong and turn away from it and become more like Thee. Thank you so much for a million new chances. We're so grateful for all the blessings and the example that Thou hast given us. And we're grateful for our lives. We're grateful for our opportunities for growth and development. Please bless us that we will each be able to recognize the tools we have already gained from the challenges in our past to help us with the challenges of the day and of our future. Please bless us that we can hear Thy voice in our minds and in our hearts, and that we can follow the promptings of that still small voice. And bless us that we can make others around us smile, and bless me that I can make people smile on here. And please keep us from hurting ourselves today, whether it's twisting our knees or falling on the ice or wrenching our backs from snow shoveling or something. Please bless us that we'll be safe, and that those who depend on us may be able to continue to have us to help them. And please bless all my little plants, that they will grow and feed me and Willem, and that I can share my happiness about these little plants with other people. I'm grateful for the garden inside. It's really cool to have a garden inside and not just little seedlings that have nowhere to grow. I feel free. I don't feel dependent on the weather for putting my plants into real soil. They have it where they are. And please bless me as we have this video, this live chat, that we'll all say uplifting things and we'll be able to help one another. And these things we pray in the name of our beloved Savior, Thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Oh, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and nobody else is here. I like being able to pray when nobody's watching. That's okay. It's okay if you see it afterwards. But I don't want to be self-conscious about what I'm praying about. So, well, it's morning. Look, I took a shower. I figured, yes, the time has come. The time had come a couple days ago, but it was really cold. And I just decided, it was cold today too, but the heaters are on upstairs, and so it was nice and warm up here. I love that little spider plant. Look at that spider plant. Isn't it wonderful? Look at all of its babies. Those are gourds awaiting to be played with. Remember when I used to do pyrography on them? I had a pyrography iron. It was sitting right there for a long, long time. But it's been put away, and who knows if I'll ever see it again. Wouldn't it be fun, though, to cut off a few of those big ones and hang them? They won't be in the sun. You know, that's kind of neat. A neat thing about spider plants is they don't have to hang in the window and block the light. In fact, they don't like to be in the window. They don't like direct sunlight. I guess they're a woods plant, a shade-loving plant. They're doing very well there. It's bright in here, and yet there's no sunshine on them. I think I'm going to plant them into pots, into planters. But I'm going back to my problem is I have no soil. But remember what I found in the teepee yesterday? There's a lot of sand and it's quite loose. I could go in there and get some of that sand. I'll have to strain it because I think the cats have been through it. But anyway, I think I'll wash it. So it won't be too strong if the cats have actually peed in it or anything. I should fill up a few little containers. I could go to the store and buy earth. Imagine me buying earth. I think that's hilarious. Where would I get some otherwise? It's always been a problem in the wintertime, you know. You just can't find it. There's sand in the basement. It's all sand up to the ceiling, but I don't want to go in there. It's too much work. A lot of trouble. It's a very skinny area in there, and it's very cramped. But it's not as cramped as it used to be. But there's pipes in the way of the entrance hole now. I don't really appreciate that. Oh well, whatever. I still have to get this. Oh, hello, good morning, one person with your thumbs up. It's nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. So I have to get this up. These plants over here, I need the lights to shine down upon them, especially on these last few rows over here. Those are not going to get as much sun as the others. The other ones, see, the sun will come in that side, and here they'll only get the morning sun, which, is okay right now, but they're going to grow. Hey, want to see them? Look, I laid up all my books so I could remember to look at them. If I put them in a stack, I'll never look at them, but if I put them here, then when I'm thinking, well, what do I want to do? And I look, and there it is, and I can read them. Okay. So let's see what's happening in here. We have some plants growing. I don't think I planted these. So those may be lamb's quarters. Or maybe they are. No, I think they be lamb's quarters. There's also some beans planted. Oh, look at that. That's peanuts and raisins. Now let's look over here. Oh, look at this bean. Oh, he's so happy. Look at that. Do you remember when you used to grow beans in a cup and they looked like that? If you didn't do that, like when we were in school. Boy, this brings back memories, doesn't it? Look at the length of those leaves, even though he hasn't opened up yet. Oh, really? Okay, Home Depot. Nice to know. And then there's a few other little things growing. These could very well be lamb's quarters. Lamb's quarters are very tasty. Nothing happening here yet. Oh, there's that pumpkin plant. It didn't like getting transplanted. Transplanting isn't a good thing. Oh, and what have we here? Good morning, all of you little guys. Look at you just pushing this out of the way. Wow, I'm going to eat these. I'm going to eat you up. Yes, I am. I'm going to eat you all up. These are sunflowers. I just spread sunflower seeds. I guess that the chickadees could do without one dump onto the bird feeder. Instead, I got it here. Nice, eh? So sunflower seeds make the most awesome sprouts. I mean, can you imagine the amount of food that you can get from one of those great big bags of sunflower seeds if you were to sprout them? Like, you could feed yourself greenery for a long time. Greenery. Vegetables. I have to take these off because I don't want them to get too tall. So, you know, having straw on it, it creates um, its own little temperature, you know, moisture conditions, ecology. It does that all when you cover the soil with things, or just having this little greenery growing underneath something that you want to grow. Not this much greenery, of course. It needs some roots. But, you know, like when I'm trying to transplant seedlings or saplings, is that one of my hairs? Look at that. One of my hairs. Well, I don't want you to be in there. Although it's not a big problem, but I don't think I should eat my own hair. Aren't they pretty? Look at them, little fellas. Okay, you can go ahead and do your thing. Grow, grow, grow. Next time I don't think I'll put so much straw on them, because when I cut them now, I might have to go and pick out pieces of straw here and there, you know. Oh, that looks pretty good. Now, today, they will all stand up and be counted. Good morning, good morning. These are the best tasting stuff ever. All right, let's see what we've got. Oh, look at another one is coming up. Look at him just pulling his head out of the ground. He's got such strong stems, you know. It's amazing. This is a bean plant. Oh, and what have we got here? This is a poor unsalvageable. Well, maybe he will come along, but usually if they have a bad start, they really don't do well, I find. Can't bend down today. So look at this one. He reached out. Now that's red-rooted pigweed right here, I believe. Where's that? There it is. Which is also very nutritious, also called amaranth. And let's see what's happening over here in the big world of the before. I don't remember planting much in this one. I don't think I did. This is a red-rooted pigweed, and this looks like it's lamb's quarters. See, all you have to do is get some manure, some old rotten manure, and oh, now wait a minute, hold everything. What's this? I think this is ragweed. Huh, we don't want ragweed in here. Pigweed, where's pigweed? Where'd you go? And lamb's quarters. Oh, we have some grass. No grass allowed, sorry. They got plenty of nutrition in the bottom. Oh, look at this now. Here we go. This is a romaine. I put romaine seeds all through, you know, like, well, this is a pumpkin plant, which I really don't need because I don't really want to wait a whole season for one piece of item. And look, he's very happy. Those three are really happy, but you know, they're going to put shade all over here, so really that's not a good place for them at all. But, oh, and this is a pumpkin plant. And here are the former seedlings, my pumpkin seedlings. So now they're just gonna play around in here. Most of them will die, but I just can't bring myself to killing them. Look at how long their stems are. Anyway, oh, look at this. We've got some, this one is dandelion. So that's at the stage you can eat it. And these are all romaine. See, I took those, I had a little strip, a paper strip with seeds in it, and I broke off parts. I just broke them and put them every 6 inches or something. So these are all going to be romaine. We're going to be eating romaine soon. Hey, look at all these little guys. So there's lamb's quarters and pigweed. I don't know if there's romaine in there. I don't really see it. This looks rather dry. Don't want you to be dry. Need some straw. Let's put some straw in him. Don't you like this lovely rush mat? It's such a nice mat. So these are kind of heavy. Somehow I'm going to hang them up there. So which way do the, let's see, the rafters would go this way and the strapping would go this way. I need to put it in the rafters at the strapping. I need them to go into the rafters, not just the strapping. And somehow, I guess I have to just go up there and, like if you have a stud finder, you can do that easily, right? You can just find out where the studs are. So we know for sure that there is a stud right here going up, right? Hey, there's a mosquito eater. Hello, mosquito eater. You're a little out of season, aren't you? So, look at that. It's cracking. Why is that? What's happening there? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, I won't think about it. Thinking about things like that is probably not a good idea. Ah, yes, this was going to get put somewhere else. This is for drilling holes for the screws, for the hooks. I have to bring the hooks up. But you know, I'm really afraid of doing this. But what I could do actually is I could measure from that hook to the wall. And then I could just make them at that point all along. I need the other ladder. This one doesn't, I won't be able to use this one very well. Hi. Good morning. Oh, you know what? These are all giving off oxygen. If you put your nose down to them, it's got that really fresh smell. Really, really fresh smell. Try it with your houseplants. Let's see this one. It's really cold right beside it, or it feels cold. Not so much from that one. No, not from that one, but this one. Making a lot of oxygen. You know, you can get a whole breathful. If you have stale air in your house, you know, sometimes you need a little oxygen. Let's smell this plant. This is supposed to be really good for that. It's quite cool and fresh in there. Yeah, it's very amazing. It just comes right off the leaves. You can smell it. So Home Depot is 45 minutes away. So I don't really want to go all the way to Home Depot to get some soil. But I do have my little pots in here. Oh, bending down is not what it used to be. So those are planters, hanging baskets. So if I took them to the sunroom, or to the teepee, and scraped up some soil, some dust, perhaps I could have enough. Good morning, Gina. Nice to see you this morning. All right, we haven't done anything today except have a shower, so I gotta go light the fire. I'll light the fire. Ah, I like it when it's warm in here. And you place the flowers on. Oh, we better feed the birds while we're here. See, oh, I put a feeder up there the other day when you weren't looking. Looks like it's empty. hairy woodpecker. He gets up there and really has fun. You see, that's enough food to feed you for quite a few days if it was sprouts. Hey, maybe I should put some more on another tray. I'll do that. This one hasn't got much happening in it. There. I don't want to mess up my other little plants that are growing here. There we go. That's enough for right now. Hi, Ellen. Good morning. Okay, let's go downstairs. Oh, I suppose I should turn out all these lights. See, it's not so bright in here now. Nope, brightness has gone. Oh, it's cold down here. And dark. Cold and dark. I like how pretty that looks. Hey, let's check out if the deer came last night. I have some lights and I want to hang them up with the, with those, whatever they're called. This keeps people awake when they drive. I don't use it particularly because it makes me crave sugar. My son is coming with his little children. It's going to be a family day today. Yay! But this room is in desperate need of looking like it's habitable. And at the moment, it doesn't look that way. Okay, let's put on some lights. Lights, camera, action. Got some wood. Excellent, excellent. It's negative 23 Celsius. Oh, that sounds very empty today, doesn't it? Scarlet's pigs eat the bark. And then she puts it in the fire. Okay, there we go. One job done. Let's see if the deer ate the food I put out here for him. Yes, yes, look. All gone. Nice. Nobody's here right now. Boy, those little leaves are blowing. I suppose it's very windy and very cold out there. I want to go down to the teepee sometime and walk my paths, snowshoe the paths while we have snow. And what about down here? Can we see it from here? No, but you know, I bet we can see it from upstairs. I'll light the fire and you place the flowers. It's supposed to get up to 20 today. Woohoo! That's quite warm. Okay, let's look over here and see if we can see where the deer ate the food. So I've been throwing it off the deck there. And look at that. I think those are lots of deer steps. Nice. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning, starshine. It hurts me to say, la 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 la. Okay, la da dum. Why don't I just stay in this room? This is a nice room. Okay, if we're gonna do these hook things, we better do it. So I need a ladder that opens out. This table is secure. I can stand on that table and this counter, but I can't get to it. I can get to this corner of the table. I could put one hook in there, or two hooks. So maybe I'll just make a bit of a line from the corner, and so I can find out where these are going to go. I'm so glad to think of that. That's a great idea. Just measure from there to the wall, and then I'll know where that thing is. Okay. So what do we need to do that? Looks like a lot of work. How in the world am I going to get up there? There is an open out ladder down in the teepee doorway I saw. But you know what that means. That means I'd have to go outside and my hair is wet. Okay, we'll not do that. Let's go back down here and see what we can do to make this room ready for the day. I have to vacuum it. But I don't think you want to hear the vacuum go, do you? But the piano is almost completely empty. Isn't that great? Look at that. This should go in here. Let's turn on some more lights. I had a terrible pain in my leg last night. It was, look at all the little goldfinches. Look at how puffed out they are. No feeder I've ever had could feed that many birds at one time. Everybody is so content. This is their perfect moment. Hey, I have a stool I could stand on. That's what I'll use. It's just such an awkward place to do the whole thing up there. Alright, so I have this on here, but I don't know when I'm going to use it. It should probably be in the center on the legs. Dum 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 da dum da da dum da 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 dum da dum 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 da da dum da 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 dum 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 da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum. Da, 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 da. Everything is on the floor, and I don't feel like bending. Look, hello, hello, there we are. Good morning, Daphne. Nice to see you here today as well. I'm just tidying up, I guess. Put on some tea. Now that is good for these things. You take just a tiny bit, not even enough, not even a thing, and then you put it in there, and then you put it where you think you may have mice. I don't know, where do I have mice now? Let's put it under here. At one time I had enough mice that ate all the electronics. So stay home today if you live near 95. Not a good day to go out. Well, that didn't really work properly, did it? I've missed these. Oh, and I guess everything turned red. Huh. Which one turned it red? I guess it was the skirt. All right, what do we want in our tea today? Let's put in a bag of something. Here's a bag of something. Oops. And what else should we put in it? Let's put in some, let's put in lemongrass. I like lemongrass. My house is a very, very, very fine house. I'm so very blessed. I remember when we moved here, we were told we shouldn't buy this house because it was going to be way too small for our family. Well, you can imagine, at that time, we had 4/5 kids living at home. 4 kids, I guess, when we first moved here. That's ginger. Ginger, lemongrass, and whatever the other thing is. Apple cinnamon. That's all that's left from the eggs I cooked on the stove yesterday, from the cleanup of them. Fire's going. Isn't it neat? You really don't need any kindling to light a fire in the winter. Not any, just need some coals. I like it getting hot, hot, hot. This needs to be washed again. Where should I put it? Should I wash it? Or should I just put it in one of those pillowcases? I guess because we have to clean up our house, let's put it in one of those pillowcases. It's from the dollar store. I wonder if this is a China thing. made in China. Well, while we still have cheap stuff made in China, $3 for 2 pillowcases is a pretty good deal, I think. Probably get the same ones from Bed Bath & Beyond. So what's happening over at your house this morning? Are you stiff? Have you already got your fire lit? I was in Kingston the other day, and I was really quite surprised by how ugly it was. There was so much snow, and nobody had places to put it, and driveways were full of vehicles and piles of dirty snow. It was really quite awful. Well, I would not want to live there and have to look at it. But I guess most of the planet does live in places like that, which is a real shame. But we all get everything in the next life, right? So we don't really need to worry too much about that. Cardboard and paper, and these things are good. You could use them for, they don't feel really like plastic, it's more like a vinyl, but you can use these for whatever you would want to use things for. Excuse me. I guess there's a bit more of this under here. You're in bed still? I tried to get myself together to go to work, but oh my gosh, I ate dairy yesterday, and I know what you're talking about. Need to vacuum the top of this thing too. Oh, I have a squirt bottle. I'm going to put this stuff in the squirt bottle. Let's go and do that before I forget about it. Squirt bottle, squirt bottle, squirt bottle, squirt bottle. Squirt bottle, squirt bottle. Squirt bottle, squirt bottle, squirt bottle. Squirt bottle, squirt bottle, squirt bottle. Squirt bottle, squirt bottle, squirt bottle. Yes, I hope things are better by tomorrow. These are all damp. Look at that. Isn't that a pretty color? La 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 la. Good morning, starshine. another hole. La 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 la. This goes in here, I believe. La 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 la. Now this is from one of those huge umbrellas. Will I ever use it? Where would I use it and why? Oh, Willem got these things. These are dark rye, and I seem to not be having a bad time with them. And this wasabioli. Goes back to the car. It's working. I told Willem to please just use those bags from now on. Ah, yes, this is going to get sewn. This is a good idea. I am so amazed and glad to find this proper thing for it. This thing here, this cord. Yay. Nice warm heat coming out here. Okay. Okay, there we go. This can go back in here. Stay in there. It's too big a mess. This is all too big a mess too. I think these things need to go to the car. To be delivered to the relatives. Needs legs. Okay, so I guess if I keep looking and walking away, I'm not really accomplishing anything. So I think most of this is a job for the vacuum cleaner. You probably remember that spool. I bought that at the fair. It's not called a fair, it's a sheep and wool show of some sort. Okay, let's get that pump bottle. Oh, and I guess these shirts should get hung up. But do I put them downstairs or do I put them upstairs? It's hard to know for sure. Oh, it's warm up here. So this thing is a pump bottle, which if I were to put the dish soap in, ooh, look at all that dust under there. We may have to just get out the vacuum cleaner. Oh, look, it's right here. All right, I don't think this is a good way to do it, to have that thing like that. So I'm going to have to put you here. And I shall do this right now. smaller one would be better. Wonder about a spray bottle. I suppose it's too thick to go through a spray bottle. If I don't have it so that the air is going in at the same time, it'll go out faster. You can't block the whole thing, or else it gugs. Okay, and then we'll just finish using that here. I have another one. Look, he said he bought another one yesterday. Where is it now? Here's one. I had one of these covered with cattails, and I don't know where it is anymore. I tried to put one of these on the side of my sink. You know how some have a sprayer? You pull out the thing and there's a sprayer, and then there's the other side has a pump. I tried to add one of these to this, but the thickness of the 2x4 under there that it has to go through made it impossible to work. Oh, I just had a picture in my mind. I could take one of those big circle things and cut a big hole in that area, like for a doorknob. I could do one of those, and then I could get into the top. Bubbles are coming out. The bubbles are they actually take up room. If you put the stuff on them and the bubbles are in the way, it'll just run over the top of the bubbles. Alright, there we go, full. Uh-oh, now I have to put this in. Now it's going to make everything spill. Ugh, why do I always forget that? There we go. I did it. Now I don't have to remember pump, 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 pump. I think it's a little crooked there. Good morning, bird. There we go. Now we're cooking with beans. Okay, let's put this by the sink. Shall we do the dishes? Wouldn't that be so fun? Where will you sit if we do the dishes? We sit here. You have to be careful not to slide into the water. I'll let the water warm up first. Whoa, it's really cold water. Icy cold. There, you're in the soap dish. You're a little bit crooked. But that's okay, right? You've been crooked before. You know all about being crooked. When you come here, you get to go into all kinds of spots. Crazy tricky positions. But you must like it or you wouldn't come back. What can I say? Okay, squirt one. Look at that. Perfect. I should wear that waterproof apron. And if I get this cleaned out, I could make a pot of something. What could I make a pot of today? Willem wants me to start using the dehydrated food. I do use the dehydrated food. I put some in everything. Alright, let's see if we can make ourselves not get soaked today. Do that apron. That's a little long. When I die. All right. So, what's happening out there in your weather world? A lot of people are in the line of this big storm in the East Coast. We're not used to blizzards, are we? I think they have downgraded what constitutes a blizzard now. It didn't used to be what it is now. The 3 steps it has to take, it's like whiteout conditions for a certain amount of time, and a certain amount of cold, and some wind. Well, it used to be that it was deep cold, high wind, and tons of snow. But now I don't think it has to be that. I'm not sure which part of it doesn't have to be anymore. But if you listen to what they say, well, I think that all of our climate is going to be, whatever we get, we'll get more of it and worse. So if you live in a place where you get lots of rain, you'll get worse rain. Or maybe you get a drought. I don't know. It's been strange not having snow for a few years. And even now, we only had one big snowstorm. We have 20 inches of snow out there, but it's not 13 Fahrenheit, but it feels like 3. It was very colder earlier this week with 15. Anyway. Do you do your silverware several at a time? This poor pot is not in good shape after all of that. Oh look, this really takes it off. After all of that, this is a salt soap. It's a homemade salt soap it seems to be doing. Good idea. We get these dishes done. And then we can move on. Because no matter how clean the house is, if the kitchen looks terrible, well, sometimes it's okay if you cannot go in the kitchen. But people will have to walk through my kitchen. I have the most awesome family room. I'm so glad that we could renovate. But it's funny, you know, we didn't have the money to renovate until we had nobody living here. But then the kids came back and lived here for a few years. One of them with her kids for a few years. A couple years, I guess. It was hard for them. Well, quite hard for her, you know. in their own space. Well, that's much better. I'm not into making everything sparkle today. Yesterday, I'll tell you what I did, my body feels like today, if you're interested. So yesterday I ate those Brussels sprouts with, what was it? Brussels sprouts with butter on them, butter sauce. And what a bad idea. I thought, oh well, I can deal with just taking a day off. But in actuality, what it did is I had the most awful cramps in my legs. Not as severe as I used to have. I think that I have really prayed and had faith. And although it was bad, it was nothing like that. And I'm so grateful. And I pray for those of you that have cramps, like leg cramps, or like on the inside of your leg, like that's the worst. On your calf, or on the front of your leg, like on the shin. I mean, I was getting them there last night, and the inside of my leg and my feet. And that's just no fun. Really, really wrecks everything. See what happens, I believe, for me, that the reason I got those is because calcium is in dairy. And calcium causes stuff to contract, right? So you need your heart to contract and you need it to, go back the other way, relax, or whatever you need to do, I don't know. But anyway, if your muscles contract and they don't have enough magnesium, the magnesium relaxes them and the calcium contracts it all. Anyway, so I got to enjoy when there's all these muscles that were contracting. It's not enough to take magnesium. You've got to not take the calcium. Even the calcium magnesium. See, calcium they give to us is not an organic. I mean, it's inorganic, right? Because it's a rock. But our bodies are living things. We don't really process rock as good as we process vegetables. And, there's a lot of calcium in broccoli and in soybeans and almonds. You don't need to have that dairy. But if you talk to the Milk Marketing Board, well, of course you need lots of dairy. Isn't it interesting? When my kids were in school, they would come home from school, the little ones, they'd come home about nutrition, and they'd have all this stuff about awesome milk. And everything was printed by the Milk Marketing Board. Is that not a conflict of interest? Like for the school, just going on with what the Milk Marketing Board says? Anyway. But you can find out with your own body, right? You don't eat it for a while, and then you eat it and see what happens. And every time I eat it, I pay for it. And yet I don't learn. Like, why? Why don't I learn? Why do I have to keep discovering over and over, oh yeah, this is why I don't do that? I guess that's like why we need a savior. We keep screwing up, and even though we know better, we screw up anyway. Boy, that's a lot easier than opening that container and opening that little lid and trying to do it that way. Now, if you let it sit there and let the glass fill up with water and wait till it runs out clear, then you've gotten all the soap out. Yep, let's just get her done. It's nice to be keeping up with my housework. I don't usually keep up with housework. Usually gets really far behind. I like you can see my living room, which I guess it could be a lot worse. It has been a lot worse. Look, now we're at the pot that will make us able to have food today. Look at that, I have 2 sinks. Good morning. I'm going to run out of battery. Okay. So it's Saturday. I guess it's the 29th of January, is that right? The church used to tell us to store a year's supply of food and a year's supply of fuel where possible, a year's supply of clothes, all those things. We've been taught that for many, many years, but we've never really needed it before. But you know, they stopped telling us that quite a while ago now. It used to be they tell us every 6 months, and we'd have all these classes on it. Now they don't really tell us that anymore, and I think it's because some countries are not allowed to store food. Terrible idea. Especially if you got a blizzard. I hope everybody had enough of things in their canned foods, even though canned foods aren't good for you. They'll keep you alive. Unless, of course, it gives you cancer. A bird hit the wall. He hit a wall. Okay, look at this, look at this, look at this. We've got a happening thing here. Okay. This mug and that dish, and then it's done. Then I'll sit down and drink my now cool tea. Okay. Hello, hello. Let's see what it's looking like now. Good morning, darling.
Hello, darling.
How's life?
Okay.
Good.
I might have a bit of gout.
You may have gout?
Step on it.
Oh dear.
Maybe it'll go away in a minute. It might not be it.
Add it to your prayer. Oh, we could have cabbage. Cabbage and onions again. Does this need to be refrigerated? Refrigerate after opening. Look at that clean refrigerator. Whoa. Some things never cease to amaze. Look how dry that is. That is a dehydrated cabbage leaf. I don't know what to do with this. This is a good thing for filling all of those mouse traps. I think this can just go in the garbage now. Hey, these don't go in there. They get burned. All right, so this is a big mess. I think vacuuming will fix most of this problem. got another one. He said he did, and he did. But we aren't going to use this. We're going to put it in the squirt bottle. That's a lot of bending down there. We'll do that later. Well, looks like we're going to run out of power soon. Be time to sit down. There we go. Okay. All right then. So where would these need to go now? It's for my zoomy camera. Cool. Well, it's been fun. I'll be back. Talk to you soon. Love you all. What was said? Oh, I better read all you said, though. I always say I'm going to go, but then I have to read everything. Oh, Marguerite, hi. Let's go way back. Okay, Home Depot is at potting soil. Love watching my indoor garden grow. Good morning, that was Linda. Good morning, Ellen. Where's everyone this morning? You used to use an artificial light. I have to get, oh, that's right, I have to do that. Saw a red squirrel in your window by the feeder. They eat their share of feed too. They sure do. Supposed to get up to 20 in Wisconsin. Smush Tootsie Roll in those traps. Work great too. Interesting. Crafts for others. Hello, I don't think I've seen you. You're working until 2:30. Well, I'm glad to see you dropped in. Nice. And I think bed is a good place. I tried to get myself together to go to work, but the fire mounds are pain one. Yeah, have you been checking what you eat? Does some foods cause worse than others? I tried making a spray bottle setup. It didn't work yet. Ha. Good job, Marguerite. Cranberry juice for me today. My bladder hurts. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. Gosh, you guys go through a lot. 13 Fahrenheit, but feels like 3. Was very cold earlier this week with negative 15. And then on top of that, with the wind chill, felt like never 25. Yeah, we've been doing that too. I will wash some dishes with you. Good idea, Ellen. Crafts. Brr. Cold in Wisconsin also the last few weeks. Oklahoma. Blue skies, beautiful warming day for a few days. Dishes are waiting for me to finish my break, and here I am watching you do dishes. I know. Well, you know, you gotta video something, eh? Get those dishes done. I like that sparkly sunshine sweater. Thank you. I like this sweater. Have a nice time, Marguerite. The sun is out here. Oh yeah, actually, since the sun is out, I should get down there and make my snowshoe tracks. However, if my family's coming this afternoon and I completely wear myself out this morning snowshoeing, ugh. All right, I will vacuum first. I'll make it tidy in here, spick and span, and then I will do that. Okay, so I'm going to close it off. Goodbye. 6 people watching and 7 thumbs ups. Thank you very much. All right, see you later. Where is this exiting? You can do this at home. Results may differ.